Alright. Pirate
Welcome back to
Storm now.
Sonic and the Secret Rings, and Dwibs is away having tea. Sure, is it the drink kind or the dinner time kind?
It's the dinner time kind.
Oh, goody, Pirate Storm. I love the song in this level.
I don't really like this level. Well, I don't like this world in general, honestly. The problem with this
before I got this far.
the problem with this level is it this level or is it another one? Okay, basically there's one level. I forget if it's this one. That involves a lot of platforming, a lot of precise platforming, and precise platforming with these controls is a fucking nightmare.
Unless you're good at them like me, but then again, I will admit it's an acquired taste. I'm not quite sure it's this one, though, that you're talking about. You may be talking about the Boney area. The Boney Coliseum, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We know, Shara, we know. Alright, so basically we have to hit that barrel and then do another homing attack forward. Or homing dash, whatever you want to call it.
So basically, the evil spirits here are pirates. Okay.
Yeah.
I will definitely bring up a complaint I have with this game is the lack of enemy variety. It's like, a lot of them are just these floating haunty spirit things.
Yeah, the enemy design in this game leaves much to be desired.
That's definitely another thing that Black Knight improved immensely was the enemy variety.
Yeah.
Still
don't care much for the whole, monster, ancient like monster stuff.
Of the week.
I'll just quote Clement. I'll take Motobug any day.
Admittedly, though, Sonic and the Black Knight does have a reason for.
Yeah. It does. These games at least have a reason for it. It's just that. That's why I don't like the stuff in Sonic 06 where the Eggman's robots are so generic and have no that's one of the main reasons why I don't like 06's realistic aesthetic because it mashes with what was established of Eggman's method of building robots in previous games. Because in the classics he made robots like Motobug and all these monkeys robots, all that kind of shit. And now in 06 he's making these generic, incredibly forgettable humanoid robots, and
I'm gonna be quite honest, though. Since likes of Omega are still a thing, I wouldn't blame, the robot design on the realistic aspect because, Omega's still there. I just blame it on the overall character design in that game because, let's be honest, Sonic 06, even when you are ignoring the art style, really was uncreative. Like, Methyl... Okay, to be fair, Mephiles may have had a reason, but at the end of the day, he's still, a shadow reskin. And don't even get me started on Iblis. I freaking hate Iblis.
How exactly do you control the direction of a bullet by leaning towards a direction?
And to be fair, Sonic's done that sort of stuff. Before, like
riding
missiles.
I know. You're right. Catapult. Go back.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Any moment now. There we go.
There we go. Well, okay. I fell. Alright.
Okay.
I have no idea what the hell happened there, but whatever.
No, Pedro, this is not 06. You cannot face your walls. What are you doing?
Oh no, I have to backtrack. No!
Okay. I'm gonna admit, yeah, you should have grinded onto the rope there. It's like, okay, that was definitely the game's fault.
I'm not even mad at the rope thing. I'm just mad at the fact that now I have to backtrack so I can find the enemies, and I hate backtracking in this game. Alright, can we go now?
You do know you kind of have to go back, right?
I know. Well, remember, Joe, it's been a while since I played this game when I recorded this, so I might forget a few things.
I kind of wish I had done this, if only to save you the pain.
It's okay.
And also because I actually like
not to mention you're already recording way too many Sonic games. We need someone else to record some for the sake of variety.
True. I got Sonic Free and Knuckles, the adventure games. I will be representing Cody's old Sonic Heroes PC run.
Mm-hmm.
And someone's eventually gonna have to do an actual real Sonic Heroes run. That may not be me.
And I'm doing Shadow the Hedgehog.
And I've also
I
got
only own the
Generations.
PS2 version, so it won't be me.
In fact, I kind of wish.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I own the GameCube version, the American version even,
Oh,
which
goody, that's the best version.
I have the American version even, which has progressive scan, aka 480p.
Yeah, good old Sonic Heroes GameCube. Now that was a... it just goes to show that despite it being a good thing that Sonic came to PS2, people kind of rightfully blame Sony for, kind of forcing that PS2 port for Heroes kind of getting mitigated.
I hate
only a rumor,
that
though,
ball of
isn't it?
spikes, by the way, because I cannot. If I hit it, I fall. So basically, and the problem is that in order to, arise with this shit, I have to constantly shake the Wiimote. However, I cannot just shake because again, I have to time it properly.
Shake,
So that's
shake, Sonora, shake your body line.
yeah.
Shake.
Unfortunately, I can't.
Sonora, shake
See,
it all the
look at it!
time.
It fell for the fucking rope again. I don't.
I have no idea why. That's never happened to me before. Wait, oh my god. Is the game catching
Well,
on you?
recording curse probably.
Either that or the game's catching on to you being, as Undertale would call it, a dirty cheater.
Well, if the game had controls that were more easy to play, maybe I wouldn't feel the need to cheat.
It reminds me of how people were reporting a glitch in Sun and Moon, and yet it turned out that the only people who were having that glitch
Yeah.
were people who were using it,
kinda-
cheating it.
It's kind of like with that super version of the Kaios boss from 13.2, which has that stupid bullshit cheap reset the stagger gauge move. Again, if the game is not going to play fair, why the fuck should I? So Game Genie away!
Except nowadays they're catching on to when you don't play fair.
Well, like Pedro said, they should play fair in the first place.
Yeah. Again, if
Or maybe they
if the game's not
should.
gonna if the game's not gonna play fair, why the fuck should I?
I have a bad feeling too.
Yeah. Well, actually, remember that the first game that I know of that actually reacted to a player's cheating was Metal Gear Solid 2. Basically, Shiro, in Metal Gear Solid 2...
Well, there was also Sonic CD. Fun
Was
is
there?
infinite.
Oh, that. Yeah, right. That actually happened to me. Sonic CD, I mean, why would you even cheat in Sonic CD? That game is fine enough.
You'd be surprised how many people...
Yeah, so MGS2.
Yeah, basically, Shiro, in MGS2, there's a specific codec call that only happens if you use an Action Replay or Game Shark or anything. And it's the colonel calls you on the codec and goes, "You wouldn't be trying to give yourself a bogus score using some ingenious trick, would you? That's just about as low as someone can possibly stoop. I can't
Hold on.
believe you sometimes."
That reminds me, Pedro, I think you'd be interested to know that the same guy who voice acts the Colonel is
Paul
also
Eating?
in Ben...
Paul
Yes,
Eating?
he's also in Ben 10, and he uses the exact same voice for voicing Grandpa.
Well, it is kind of his normal voice, so makes sense.
As Jova was mentioning earlier, but to be more specific, in Undertale, if you hack the game so you get to the end of the game without increasing any sort of stats, one of the characters, who I can't tell you because it involves spoiler stuff, will call you a dirty hacker.
Well,
Yeah.
I am a dirty hacker, so that's okay, Toby.
Oh, goody. So that ending was made just for the likes of you, then.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
now.
Undertale's easy enough to beat, so you don't really need to hack the game.
Easy, huh? Well, I
It's
guess.
easy enough.
My God, I have
And I'm
never
not
seen
including every run
I have
of
never
that
seen so many action set pieces where I'm completely bored. We're surfing over a fucking tidal wave, and I'm bored. I mean, I'm just.
I like it. I get the thing, though, that it's the control scheme that's kind of grating you.
It's mostly because I mean, most of the time I'm just tilting the Wiimote forward, so so he'll move forwards. I just don't get the I mean, it would be so much more satisfying if there was some kind of momentum-based control where I was climbing the tidal wave and shit.
Sorry. Anyway, the reason I brought up Ben 10 was because I kind of got around to seeing the recent Ben 10 reboot that Cartoon Network made.
I never liked Ben 10, so whatever.
Neither
Well, let me sum it up. Oh, okay then, fair enough. I liked it, but the reboot is, well, it's,
Oh, gee!
Something.
Hold on. Cutscene.
Must have the ring that lets them control the power of storms.
Seriously, the seven rings are
Captain Jack Sparrow would
you know what this is,
object to that, Sonic.
you know what this is reminding me? The seven rings of this game kind of remind me of the seven emeralds from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, where each emerald had a specific power. You guys remember that?
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, that reminds me. Did you hear? Nintendo are bringing back that show on their anime channel.
Oh, really?
Really?
You didn't hear? In fact, I'll go
Well,
get the
usually I just watch the show on YouTube anyway, so whatever, I don't care.
Anyway, Nintendo anime channel. Good luck indeed.
I think this is the one that I was talking about. Yeah, this is basically, my advice in this level is to constantly take advantage of the fact that when you're holding down the 2 buttons, Sonic will just stay there stopped, and you can wait until the right up moment so you can then do a full jump. It's literally essential in completing this level, because there's going to be a lot of precision platforming in this level. Basically, this is what my tactic. Basically, I do a homing dash, and whenever I need to stop, I just hold down the 2 buttons so I can immediately drop down.
Precision platforming in a game where the controls are shoddy.
I mean, I don't have a problem with precision platforming.
Well,
It's just,
That's
but
why I said in a game where the controls are shoddy.
Well, Gentry, it's not so much that the controls are shoddy, it's the fact that they have a learning curve to them. And don't get me wrong, Amico, it's possible to learn them just fine, but for a Sonic game where, you're often going to go fast, I can see why that will definitely be an issue for some to have completely motion-based controlled platforming. It's sort of like why I kind of hate Sonic and the Dark Chronicles for making everything be done with the touchscreen, even running.
I mean, the big problem with that wasn't even the touch screen. That game is just so fucking boring. It's so boring.
Okay, I'm talking about besides the obvious, Pedro. It's the fact that you have to do everything with the touchscreen. Even so much as opening the menu, you can't even do it with the start button.
That isn't necessarily a bad thing. There have been plenty of DS games that prove that touch-only controls can work just fine.
I get that. But a Sonic game, though, where even running is controlled by the touchscreen.
True, yeah.
I've never really liked the whole tap this area of the screen to move to that location.
Yeah,
unless it's a map.
With Layton it works because that game is literally built with touch controls in mind specifically, like literally, like
Same with Ace Attorney.
yeah.
Well, don't neither of those apply since they actually allow you to use buttons other than the touchscreen?
If
What
they
I'm
do,
telling you
well,
guys is that,
depends. Ace Attorney allows you to use buttons, but the Layton games only allow you to use the A button to, skip text boxes. The actual puzzles, you have to use a touch screen and all that stuff.
Oh, I get that. What I mean is, Sonic and the Dark Chronicles for almost everything but text talk.
Just to correct you, Joe, it's Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
Sonic Chronicles: The Dark.
Yeah.
Of course, then again, that game has a lot of nicknames akin to it, so...
I usually call it Sonic Ass. Because it's ass!
No, Pedro, wrong game. It's Crash Bandicoot that's Sonic.
Oh, yeah, right, you're right.
Yeah, I almost forgot about
Shit,
that.
alright, Sonic shitload of fuck. There you go.
There we go.
Okay, is it this one now?
What one?
The one about precision platforming. It turns out that one we just did now wasn't it. I don't think it was, at least. Or at least if we just did it, maybe I got distracted. Whatever. The point
All
is...
these levels kind of look the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, sure, we're kind of in that same first level, just in a mitigated version of it.
Basically, sure, a lot of the alternate missions are just, basically they reuse the level designs from the main levels and, but they add some extra stuff onto it.
Yeah, I will admit that's another issue I tend to have.
I don't have a problem with that so much, honestly. That's a very common thing in these types of games anyway.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll admit it does. I kind of wish that the stuff was kind of... Well, okay, then again, I guess if it were optional, it would kind of be a much shorter game.
Oh, no, it is! They are optional! I just kind of wish they would have told us which ones are the ones that can move the story forward or not.
They are optional. But yeah, it's it's weird. This game goes on too long here, whereas Sonic and the Black Knight goes on too short.
I'm not even kidding. Unless you're using a guide to tell you which missions are the story important ones, most of your playtime, a lot of your half of your playtime will probably be doing missions that you didn't even know are optional. Anyway, I'm using time freeze or stop.
You went right into that thing with time break.
But that's okay, because I'm trying to abuse the game's mechanics, and there we go! I fucking tricked you, game! Haha!
Wow, okay, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
And you did it without even using a hack. That was, well, you're technically using a hack, but I digress.
Well, the only hack I have...
Well,
the only hacks I have is max rings and infinite soul gauge, really, so... And what I did just there has nothing to do with the soul gauge. It's just one of those things. Basically, whenever you get out of that pot, there's some kind of thing where Sonic gets moved forward very strongly by some kind of wind thing. So if you if you manage to take advantage of that, you can bypass certain spots like I did there.
I'm surprised you aren't using time break for this area because it comes in handy for the precision platforming.
Yeah, in hindsight, I don't even know either. I guess I forgot. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I'll admit that is one neat thing about the game, giving you stuff like time break and speed break to allow you to circumvent some issues if need be.
That's don't get me wrong. The time break will definitely make this part easier. But let's pretend for a moment that I didn't have any soul gauge when I got to this part. It's that I hate that segment because it's the platform is so fucking small.
And it's the last one before the mission.
Yeah, that's like they did that's just dickish. I don't. Anyway,
a lot of platforming games do that, and yes, it is annoying.
At least when the Super Mario Galaxy games do it, they give you an infinite life, infinite amount of source of lives right before it and shit like that.
Except for that one in, like, the super secret final level, but then again, that's the super secret final level. Which is a gauntlet.
Alright, now
and I know it because I'm gonna have to do both of those super secret final levels for the channel since I'm handling Galaxy.
So guess what? For some reason, Pirate Storm has not moved forward. So I'm kind of like, did I forget some kind of mission?
There's Rampage and collect rings.
I know. It's just that I'm... Actually, I forgot. Actually, now that you mentioned it, yeah, I think I forgot what my mindset was during this specific moment.
I know what you wanted to do. You were thinking about going to Levitated Ruins because you missed it so much and you realized you still had to get that world ring from there.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah, that's probably it. There you go, see? Alright, Jova. That's my best time in getting 10 rings. 0 seconds. Try to beat that.
You know I can't because I don't use cheats.
Well, it's easy. Just mod your Wii mode of your Wii U, and then you can use USB loader cheats.
And betray my morals. That sounds like fun.
Whatever. Cheating in games is
try it sometime.
Cheating in games is fun. Allows you to play the game in ways that are quite different than the ones you. Like, for example, whenever you download a cheat, like one particular thing that I like, for example, to give you an idea, a cheat that I always use whenever I play Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii is a cheat that maps the hump in the ground into the B button rather than shaking the Wiimote because it's much more comfortable that way. Like,
nice.
And I should point out that people who use cheats to make certain parts of games more fun don't use them all the time.
True. I guess my only really
it's just
main
for
worry.
fun.
Oh, I get that. It's just my only really main worry is the cases where cheats may unexpectedly, trigger something that wrecks your game. It's a shame that some developers don't realize that not all people who use cheats are, doing them for bad.
I don't know a single game where that would happen. Are there?
Sonic CD gave me nightmares too.
Oh.
When my cousin used it on our copy of Sonic CD to cheat, I kind of got nightmares as a kid from that.
Them Sonic Mario faces.
Yeah, maybe that's why I don't like cheats. I've just been conditioned never to use them because of that traumatic event.
Fuck.
Then again, Mystic Number. I mean, shoot, what's his name from Pokemon is always fun to catch. Yeah, Missing Number.
Yeah. Well, if you catch that Pokemon, they will probably fuck up your game. That's one of the big rules of Gen 1. Don't catch Missing Number.
I don't even know anything about that, actually.
Basically,
Missing
Shiroi,
Number
basically
is a
Shiroi,
bit of nightmare
Pokemon,
fuel, let's
the
just
original,
say.
basically Shiroi, the original Pokemon games, Red and Blue, have one of the most legendary glitches of all time. If you,
and Yellow as well.
if you do a specific set of circumstances, you can trigger a Pokemon, an appearance of a Pokemon that doesn't actually exist, and it's the Missing Number name. And what it does is it multiplies the items on the 6th slot of your inventory, which means you can use it to multiply items that usually can only get one of. Like for example, you can multiply TMs, you can multiply rare candies and Master Balls, obviously.
That said, though, Shiroi, be prepared for nightmare fuel, because whenever you get to Missing Number, you don't know what that thing's gonna morph into.
Yeah.
It can even turn into a human skeleton. It can even turn into a human skeleton.
Actually, it's a Kabutops skeleton. But
yeah, you could have sworn it once did a human skeleton.
not that I'm aware of.
The
one I know is Basically, the form Missing Number takes depends on the name you gave your character. Basically.
Okay.
Hey, well, at least it's nowhere near as scary as the Ghost Girls. Of what are you doing?
I'm backtracking because I'm wondering if I missed some enemies.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah. I hate hunting for enemies in this game because if I miss one or two, okay, now I have to backtrack. Backtracking in this game is hell. Whatever, let's just move on at this point. Jumping. I've run out of things to say. Shiroi.
Well, I hear the Glitch is doing
it's just another alteration of the last level. I don't know what you want me to say.
Jova.
Oh, well, in the meantime, I have to say, that Sonic and Steven Universe crossover episode was pretty keen, wasn't it, Shiroi?
Yep.
Awesome.
I guess.
By the way, what the heck is Uncle Grandpa anyway? There was another crossover episode.
I don't know. I know it's a costume. That's all I know about.
Oh no, you've never seen Uncle Grandpa?
No.
Basically, the original 2 pilots were actually really funny.
Nice.
The problem is that the actual show only got greenlit like years after that.
I heard it had something to do with development hell from what I looked up on TV tropes.
And by the time it happened, I guess they kind of lost their touch or something because the show started off fine. Yeah, the first episode is actually a very good representation of what the pilots were about. But after that, like I guess it's one of those things with Uncle Grandpa where. It's one of those things where it works as a short, but like if you try to make an entire series of random humor, it doesn't work because eventually even the randomness will start to become repetitive.
Yeah, I'll go more into that later, but I think we finally have got the boss coming up.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that episode was only 10 minutes anyway.
Well, yeah, it's like, well, from what I hear, a lot of people think of Uncle Grandpa as something that started off good, but then descended into...
the main purpose of Uncle Grandpa was that the creator, I forget his name, the creator was trying to do a throwback to 90s Cartoon Network, like one of those shows that has a lot of wacky 90s style humor with a lot of random stuff to it,
Oh, good intentions. I mean, a lot of those shows are still pretty good and hold up well.
Yeah, it was trying to be a throwback to that. And in some aspects it did succeed, but in some others it didn't. And eventually, granted, I haven't seen any recent episodes, but from what I've heard, they're not very good.
Okay. Now, boss time. I really like this boss and its boss theme. Also because he generally actually has a good enough pattern to learn down from him, too. But anyway, you homing attack and then you shake to get his horns off. Not too bad, really. And it kind of is almost funny.
I know. Alright, keep going, yay.
Jump.
Jump!
Oh, not then you wanted to.
Fuck.
I'll be right back.
Alright, let's try this again.
Oh, also, Tio said something.
Oh,
You
let's
did?
see.
Uh...
Okay, Dwibs, when you have time, try calling me again.
Oh yeah. Teo's trying to test things to see if he's able to commentate again.
Yeah. Did you get his new computer for Black Friday?
I don't know. I didn't even know he needed a new computer.
I think it may have.
Oh yeah,
Had to do with.
well, he keeps complaining about that his actual computer is a toaster anyway, so I guess that would make sense.
I think also he left his old computer behind back in Italy.
Ah, okay then. So yeah,
But
basically
yeah,
the thing with this
Uncle
boss,
Brad-
the thing with
Oh, sorry,
this
go
boss,
on.
you have to dodge the pieces of water he throws at you. Sometimes it's basically dodge to either the right, the left, or the middle, depending on the direction of the water.
And make sure to jump off before he shocks you.
I kind of wish I. And all this water makes me want to sing "How Far I'll Go" from Moana.
I've heard good things about that.
I've seen
movie.
it. I've already seen it.
never
It's
mind,
awesome. Moana's awesome. Go see it.
Speaking of Disney, have you seen the latest trailer for Cars 3? That's had everyone up in arms.
Yeah, I've just put my actual post for SSMB. ... Okay, Pixar, you've got my attention. Let's see what you got.
It's like, seriously, it's like the Lightning McQueen died there.
I guess they took the criticisms of Cars 2 to heart.
Well, honestly, I'd be surprised if they did. It's like, Cars 2 was one of the few, and I mean extremely few Pixar movies that, well, people kind of actively hate.
I hate that movie. That movie, not just because of...
I'm so disappointed with it.
Not
Go on.
not just because it's a piece of shit, but also because you know,
It ruined the reputation of the franchise that could have just been.
unlike what a lot of people believe, the first Cars movie is a decent movie on its own merits. It's just that I mean, but a lot of people give it a lot of hate that for no reason. But the thing is, and now with Cars 2 only gave more ammo for the Cars 1 haters.
It's like, seriously, I mean, okay, I can get hating Cars 2, but Cars 1? What do people hate about Cars 1? It's like...
Honestly, I don't even know. Honestly, that movie at worst is harmless.
I mean, seriously, I mean, it's a movie about a guy who starts off as a jerk, but learns not to be a jerk because of how an old car was treated. Like, what is there really to... Oh, sorry, go.
Ugh. I get sleepy just watching this game.
Looks like I'm the only one that can touch them. I bet you it's because I'm not from this world. Does that mean these rings are...
So...
Yeah! Oh god, that's it. Yeah, okay everybody. Did you know... pay attention to what Sonic just said. Oh, maybe it's because... Maybe the reason I can't touch them is because they're not from this world either. Guess what? Guess where they go with that possible plot point? Nowhere! Fucking nowhere! They never explain why... so basically, we never get to know why Sonic can touch these rings. Like, they bother to, you know, foreshadow a possible plot twist, you know, with the rings maybe not being from this world, and then they did nothing with it. Like,
Yeah, this really seems like an aborted arc.
Yeah. I mean, okay, if you... this is like... Okay, if you
Again,
abort...
that's part of the reason why I prefer Black Knight so much is because that story, while despite being short, still kept a nice tight leash on everything.
Yeah, it reminds me of Heavy Rain, where Heavy Rain originally had that subplot of Ethan's blackouts having him being a dream and shit.
Don't even remind me of
and,
that stupid
and they removed that subplot, but then bothered to remove the blackouts. So now his blackouts are just there for no reason. Anyway, that's...
I'll see you for the next part.
See ya.